Moonbin left us on 28th April 2023, leaving thousands of fans and friends mourning. But this video is not about his death, because I respect his family's choice that it should not be publicized. But what turned me off was behavior of industry on his death. His death was painful for K-pop fans all over the world, but it must be extremely painful for people who actually knew him, right? It is definitely painful for his colleagues, his friends, but the corporates did not resonate the same energy. I know there might be a cultural difference, but in our place, it is considered extremely disrespectful to do any music or dance at morning place. But they had whole music shows going there just few hours after his body was discovered. The one hosting those music shows and the one participating in them were all from the same industry and were in a way or another his acquaintances. These people were never allowed to mourn or to grasp what happened with one of their friends. Meanwhile, hosting a countdown with joohoney of Monster X, who was a good friend of Moonbin. He was definitely not ready to host a music show just some time after his friend's death. And yet he was there bound with his contracts. I understand the Boys Planet thing. It was a whole concert which required a lot of preparations. But M Countdown could have been easily cancelled for a day just to show respect for the dead. But they continued with it. Those black clothes mean nothing if you are dancing and singing songs on the show. I would like to clarify that it's not hate towards idols, as I know they are bound by law to obey their company. It's how cold the whole industry was towards one of them, who died in some unfortunate circumstances. Moonbin spent his whole life in this industry, but the industry never stopped for a second on his death. The other thing which was even unfortunate, how BPM Entertainment treated sinb. If you follow them, you'll know sinb was a childhood friend of Moonbin. Both sinb and umji were close to Moonbin and were definitely devastated by the news. Viviz was supposed to perform on V-Bridge Music Festival in USA on April 22nd. That was the day of Moonbin's funeral. sinb couldn't attend it because she was forced to go to the concert and perform there. She never got the chance to say one of his closest friend a final goodbye because she is an idol and her whole existence was nothing more than a performer for her company. There was barely any eye contact on the airport. She failed to appear in pre-show events. She barely managed to do one song and then she left the stage along with Umji, and Eunha had to do everything by herself after that. It was painful to see her there. The guilt of not seeing her friend for one last time, the stress of the concert, the grief, all at once must have affected her mental health badly. But nobody from her management stopped for a second while making these decisions. I know fans have expressed their anger towards the company, but I think it should be severe. The company probably hasn't even apologized to sinb yet, and they probably wouldn't. They haven't explained anything to fans either. As per recent news, viviz has stopped their recent activities due to members' poor condition. All this must have taken a toll on members' health. Hope they are fine and taking good care of them. Grief can have very severe and long-term effect on people's mental health, and they should be taken care of during this period. While I know you don't necessarily die with someone, but there should be certain level of respect and dignity maintained for a certain period, and mourners should be allowed to grieve and heal. Death is almost always uncertain and unexpected. There should be at least margins in such event for unexpected situations like these.